Hello, fifth graders. It's Miss Anderson here to teach you some math this week. You know we have two math pages. This video is going to focus on page 277, Story Problems, Division with Remainders. Looking at that title, we already know that all these story problems are going to be division and have remainders. So that means that we know our answer has to have a remainder and we have to figure out what to do with that remainder based on the story problem. Let's start with our at-home classroom norms. Remember to have a positive attitude when you watch this video and be ready to learn. Be respectful to the teacher and to yourself who's still learning these things. Keep trying even when it gets hard. Remember to ask your teacher for help if things are difficult. All right, friends, let's start with our learning target. I can solve division story problems with remainders using a ratio table and base 10 grid. Friends, we are going to be using a base 10 division grid with a ratio table already built in for us. You will have these sheets, a couple of them, in your packet to do 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to do number 1 together with you. And then I will send you my answer with you as well so you can see how I did it. So let's start by reading the problem. Hello friends, let's read this problem together. It says, the entire Harrisville Middle School is taking a field trip to the symphony. All 282 people will ride the subway to the theater. Each subway has 8 subway cars. If an equal number of people ride in each subway car, how many people will ride in each? Hi friends, so after reading the problem, we have to decide what our equation is. So I blew it up bigger and I'm going to write my equation here. And I think my equation is 282 people divided into 8 subway cars. So 282 divided by 8. Now, friends, I'm going to use my division grid and my ratio table in order to help me figure that out. So let's remind ourselves our equation is 282 divided by 8. So we are going to put 8 in our ratio table. 1, 8. Now when I do that using my division grid, then I have to draw my pieces. So I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I circle that, and that becomes 8, or 1 and 8. Next, usually in a ratio table, I like to jump to nice even numbers that I already know how to multiply by. And knowing that my number here I'm dividing is 282, I'm going to jump to 10. So 10 is a nice round number, and I already know it's 80. 8 times 10 is 80. I'm going to draw that in. $80 and 10. You see how I used 80 and 10. Next, I know that I didn't make it very far to get to 282, so I'm going to double my 10, and I'm going to go to 20. Now I'm going to do 20 all the way over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 20 times 8. I know if I double 80, it's 160. So now I have 160. Now I'm closer to 282, but not all the way there yet. Maybe I'll put my 10 and my 20 together. We're going to do 30 in our ratio table. 10 plus 20 is 30, so on the top I'm going to write all the way to 30. And we know that we're still multiplying by 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that went down too far. 30 times 8 would just be 160 plus 80. So I can do that in my head. 160 plus 80 is 240. I can use this pen. 240. Now that gets me closer to 282. Now I'm thinking 240, I can't add another 80 or I'll go over. What if I take half of 10? I'm going to take a 5. What's 5 times 8? 8. 5 times 8 is one of my math facts I know is 40. What if I put my 40 and my 240 together? Now this is what this box down here is for when you get really close. 240 plus 40 is 280. I'm so close to 282. I'm going to put that together because I just did 30 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 35 times 8 gets me to 280. My last box. But that's okay, friends, because I already know that this is going to have a remainder. My remainder right now is 2. So I have 35 remainder of 2. Now, those the 2 people in this are going to be little X's here. And that means that since we have 8 subway cars, that means 6 of them are going to have 35 people, and 2 of them are going to have an extra person here. So those 2 people can't just be left behind. We still have to put them in one of the 8 subway cars. So 6 of the subway cars will have 35 people, and 2 of them will have 36 people. Now let's go back to my problem and let's write a sentence. We know that 282 divided by 8 is 35 remainder 2. Now, I can't just leave the remainder there. I have to show, based on the story problem, what I'm going to do with the remainder. I am going to put those 2 extra people into one of the 8 subway cars. So I have to write a sentence to show that. So I wrote 2 sentences here to explain my answer. 6 of the subway cars will have 35 people. 2 of the subway cars will have 36 people. That helps to show what I did with my 2 as a remainder. Those extra 2 people are just going to be extras, 36, in 2 of the subway cars. So please show on this page what you do with your remainder based on the story problem itself. Please do number 2, 3, and 4 on your own and send them to your teacher. You may use a division grid or ratio table. We'll send home more of these as well. Thank you.